In the 14th century, one man's journey reshaped the course of history and left a legacy that continues to inspire to this day. This is the story of Mansa Musa, the wealthiest ruler the world has ever known. Join us as we explore his epic pilgrimage, the golden age of the Mali Empire, and the enduring impact of a king whose vision and faith changed the world. The rise of Mansa Musa. In the early 14th century, the Mali Empire was one of the most powerful and wealthy empires in the world. Located in West Africa, it was rich in natural resources, particularly gold, which accounted for nearly half of the world's production at the time. It was into this prosperous empire that Mansa Musa, whose full name was Musa of Mali, ascended to the throne in 1312. Mansa Musa became emperor under unusual circumstances. His predecessor, Abu Bakr II, was obsessed with the idea of exploring the Atlantic Ocean. Abu Bakr II set out on an ambitious voyage with thousands of ships, leaving Musa as his deputy. When the expedition never returned, Musa was crowned the ruler of Mali. Under Mansa Musa's reign, the empire expanded significantly. It stretched across vast territories, including parts of modern-day Senegal, Mauritania, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, and Ivory Coast. The empire thrived due to the trans-Saharan trade routes, with Timbuktu and Gao becoming major centers of commerce and culture. Mansa Musa was not only a skilled military leader, but also a devout Muslim. His faith played a central role in his life and governance, influencing the culture of the Mali Empire. It is within this context of immense wealth, power, and religious devotion that Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage to Mecca, known as the Hajj, began to take shape. Preparation for the epic pilgrimage. In 1324, Mansa Musa decided to undertake the Hajj, a sacred pilgrimage to Mecca that all Muslims are expected to make at least once in their lifetime if they are able. But Mansa Musa's pilgrimage would be no ordinary journey. It would become a grand display of his wealth and the Mali Empire's prosperity. Preparations for the pilgrimage were vast and meticulous. Mansa Musa assembled a caravan that was said to be the largest and most extravagant in history. Contemporary accounts describe the caravan as including around 60,000 men, including a personal entourage of 12,000 slaves, all of whom were dressed in gold brocade and the finest Persian silk. Mansa Musa himself rode on horseback, accompanied by 500 heralds, each carrying a staff of pure gold. The caravan also included hundreds of camels and horses laden with thousands of pounds of gold. Mansa Musa planned to distribute this wealth along the way, both as an act of charity and as a demonstration of the Mali Empire's wealth and his personal piety. The journey would cover over 4,000 miles, taking the caravan through the vast and treacherous Sahara Desert, across the Nile, and through the bustling cities of North Africa and the Middle East. The sheer scale of the expedition required enormous resources, and Mansa Musa spared no expense to ensure that his pilgrimage would be remembered for generations. The journey begins, the caravan across the desert. As the caravan set out from Niani, the capital of the Mali Empire, it snaked its way northward through the desert, leaving a trail of dust and awe in its wake. The journey through the Sahara was grueling, but the caravan moved steadily, its progress marked by the lavish spending of its leader. Everywhere the caravan stopped, Mansa Musa distributed gold to the local populations. In the cities of Tagaza, known for its salt mines, and later in Walata, the generosity of the Mali emperor became legendary. He spent so freely that the value of gold began to plummet in these regions, causing economic disruptions that would last for years. But this was only the beginning. As the caravan moved closer to the Mediterranean coast, word of Mansa Musa's wealth began to spread far and wide. By the time he reached Cairo, the capital of the Mamluk Sultanate, Mansa Musa was already a living legend. In Cairo, Mansa Musa's arrival caused a sensation. The Sultan of Cairo, Al-Nasir Muhammad, was eager to meet this wealthy African king. But Mansa Musa, in a display of humility and respect for Islamic traditions, initially refused to meet the Sultan. He did not want to kneel before any ruler other than Allah. Eventually, after much persuasion, he agreed to meet the Sultan, but his humility did nothing to diminish the awe in which he was held. Mansa Musa's stay in Cairo was marked by his extraordinary generosity. He distributed so much gold that it flooded the markets, causing a significant decrease in its value. This devaluation of gold had a lasting impact on the economies of North Africa in the Middle East, with reports suggesting that the price of goods in Cairo skyrocketed and took over a decade to stabilize. The arrival in Mecca and return journey. After leaving Cairo, the caravan continued its journey across the Sinai Peninsula and into the Arabian Peninsula, finally reaching Mecca. Mansa Musa performed the religious rites of the Hajj with deep devotion, further enhancing his reputation as a pious and devout Muslim leader. But Mansa Musa's journey did not end in Mecca. On his way back to Mali, he continued to display his wealth and build diplomatic ties. In the holy city of Medina and later in Baghdad, he made generous donations to the local populations and religious institutions, solidifying Mali's reputation as a land of wealth and piety. On the return journey, Mansa Musa also sought to bring the finest scholars, architects, and artists back to Mali. He invited Islamic scholars from Cairo, Mecca, and other major centers of learning to come to Timbuktu with the aim of transforming the city into a hub of Islamic scholarship and culture. One of the most notable figures he brought back was Abu Ishaq es-Saheli, a renowned architect who is credited with designing the famous Jingareber Mosque in Timbuktu. The legacy of Mansa Musa and his pilgrimage. Mansa Musa returned to Mali in 1325, and his reign continued to be marked by prosperity and cultural flourishing. The influx of knowledge and expertise he brought back with him from his pilgrimage transformed Timbuktu into a center of learning that would attract scholars from across the Islamic world for centuries. The University of Sankore in Timbuktu, which Mansa Musa greatly expanded, became one of the most important centers of learning in Africa and the Islamic world, with thousands of students and an extensive library that housed many rare and valuable manuscripts. Mansa Musa's impact on the global stage was profound. His pilgrimage had not only showcased the wealth of Mali, but had also placed it firmly on the map for European and Middle Eastern powers. The accounts of his journey reached Europe, and his name became synonymous with vast wealth. In fact, Mansa Musa was depicted holding a golden scepter and a gold nugget on the Catalan Atlas, one of the most important world maps of the 14th century. But beyond the gold and the grandeur, Mansa Musa's pilgrimage left a lasting legacy in the form of cultural and intellectual achievements. The golden age of the Mali Empire, symbolized by the flourishing of Timbuktu, was a direct result of Mansa Musa's vision and his epic journey. Even after his death in 1337, Mansa Musa's legacy continued to influence the region. His successors maintained the empire's prosperity and its role as a major center of trade and culture. The wealth and cultural achievements of Mali under Mansa Musa became a source of inspiration for generations, leaving an indelible mark on the history of West Africa and the wider world. The story of Mansa Musa is not just a tale of extraordinary wealth. It is a story of how one man's vision and faith could influence entire regions and cultures. His pilgrimage to Mecca was more than just a religious journey. It was a strategic and diplomatic mission that brought global attention to the Mali Empire and helped shape the course of history. Through his generosity, cultural patronage, and religious devotion, Mansa Musa created a legacy that has stood the test of time. His story reminds us that true wealth is not just in riches, but in the impact one leaves on the world. Mansa Musa's epic pilgrimage and the golden age of the Mali Empire continue to inspire and fascinate to this day. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more great content. And if you want to stay updated, be sure to click the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment down below and let us know what you think or what you'd like to see next.